Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Side of Fries, and today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be ranting about just a awful show. So, mermaids, right? They swim in the sea, and they're kind of like humans, but they have a tail. They're pretty weird. Excuse me, MacBook. Did I say that you could fall asleep? No, I didn't. There's been plenty of depictions of mermaids throughout history, through different mythologies and religions, but I think the funniest depictions of mermaids are in media. I don't know why. TV shows and movies just manage to make the worst mermaid characters ever. And one of these shows is H20, Just Add Water. H20 Just Add Water was an Australian TV show that originally aired on Network 10, which was an Australian channel on cable TV. This show was brought to my attention by a TikToker named Tyler Warwick. I found one of his TikToks and it was the funniest thing ever. Let me show you.
Cleo, can you pass the Sprite? Oh no. Oh no. Go! Emma! Cleo! Cleo!
So then that got me thinking, hey, I know I've never done a commentary video in my life before, but there's a first time for everything. Let's make a commentary video about this gosh awful show. The plot of the story revolves around three girls named Emma, Cleo, and Ricky. And they're just three normal girls living their lives, except they're not normal because they're mermaids. Who would have guessed? How their mermaid powers work is that whenever they touch any sort of liquid, that's how their mermaid powers activate. They can't control it. They can't be out of water and say I want to be a mermaid, and then they flop on the floor. No, they have to be touching water, and once they touch water, they immediately turn into mermaids. And they don't want anyone to know this, so they have to hide it as much as possible from everyone that isn't a mermaid. For some reason, I don't understand this, but there's such a common trope with kids shows or drama shows in general that when the protagonist has anything relatively interesting about themselves, they want to hide it from everybody. Nobody needs to know. Nobody gets to know their quirky abilities. Radio Rebel, she didn't want people to know that she had this huge talk show on the radio or whatever. And Dog with a Blog, the kids hid from the parents that their dog could talk, and it had a website. That show was so weird. Even to this day, I don't get it. It's so dumb. But that's not what we're reviewing. We're reviewing H20, Just Add Water. So yeah, without further ado, let's watch H20, Just Add Water.
Emma, you were really motoring there.
The first scene of the first episode shows two of the three protagonists, Cleo with the brown hair and Emma with the blonde hair. Emma is practicing swimming, and the reason why she's not turning into a mermaid right now will be shown later in the same episode. As Cleo leaves, we are shown a new character, Zane. He asks Cleo to help fix a boat for him, but it's actually a trap.
No spark plug. No spark. My dad will buy me another boat anyway.
But don't worry, Ricky is here to save the day as she pulls an American Ninja Warrior and jumps 5 feet into the boat. But there's a problem. Now both of them are on the broken boat, but it turns out Ricky was the one who broke the boat all along, and she has the little key thing or whatever that can fix the boat. It is implied by what Cleo says in this clip that Ricky is the new girl in town.
Thanks, Ricky.
You know my name.
Yeah, well, I've seen you around school since you arrived. Oh, I mean, I've meant to say hello and everything.
They ride away in this very awkward montage before seeing Emma, who's just getting back from her swimming practices.
Want to ride? Are you licensed? Are you my mother? Want to go out to sea? Isn't it dangerous in a craft this size? Chill out.
All is fine and dandy until their boat runs out of gas.
Are we chilled out yet?
So, we're floating. It's not like we're sinking. Not yet.
There's also this spooky island that has sharks surrounding it and stuff, and that's the only land they can see.
Feel like paddling to that island? Mako Island? Forget it.
No one goes there. It's surrounded by sharks and reefs and mangroves.
Well, it's all we've got.
They paddle to the island, and it is very apparent that Emma and Ricky aren't getting along well.
Good question, Cleo. Ask your friend.
Don't put this on me.
Oh, it was someone else's fault. Someone else took this thing miles offshore. You two are lucky I got this. Emma's always really prepared.
I'm so happy for her.
I'm not getting any signal. We should try and get to high ground.
They try climbing up to the mountain, and I think these couple of clips alone shows how amazing the acting of this show is.
Can't do this. It's too slippery. There's got to be another way.
It's too far of a jump. What?
Cleo! Cleo!
Clear? Clear?
I'm okay!
So they're in this cave and they find themselves in a volcano. Cleo is scared that it'll erupt. Yes, that little pool of water will erupt. But Emma convinces her that it hasn't erupted in 20,000 years and won't erupt now. Emma then reasons that the little lake might be connected to the ocean, so she scouts it out. She comes to the conclusion that it's safe for all of them, but Leo can't swim.
The reef outside. Straight through. Plenty of room. We can all fit. Through there. No way.
Go on, Cleo. There's no other way out. You can do it.
I can't do it. And besides, I can't swim.
And she points this out just now for plot convenience, even though it's not convenient for the plot at all. I love how she points out that she can't swim, as well as just saying she can't do it. Like, imagine if you did that with homework. Ugh, I can't do this homework. I just can't do it. Also, I can't read. When they jump in, there's a super cheesy light that shines on them like an NPC that has a quest for you in an RPG. Then they find the water police.
This is the water police.
I've never heard of this. Maybe this is just an Australian thing, but whatever. They get onto the boat, and now it's the next day. The next morning, Emma goes over to the ocean and practices swimming when all of a sudden, this happens. Yep, that's right. They are now mermaids, for seemingly no reason. Then it shows a little compilation of them finding out that they are mermaids and everything, and then they then meet up and discuss why this is happening, and what's going on, and all that.
Is there anyone else here?
No, Dad's at work and my sister and Mum are shopping.
Okay, what happened to us?
Then all of a sudden, a new character, Lewis, shows up.
Oh. Did I get the time wrong?
No, we said 9.
Oh.
But sorry, Lewis, something has come up. You're smart. Do you know anything about mermaids?
Oh no, she almost spoiled the secret. It's okay, they get him out of the way.
Okay, sorry. Bye. What?
Do you know anything about mermaids? Are you crazy?
They then go back to the beach to go into the water to see what happens to them when they're in it. And yeah, they turn into mermaids. Oh, remember that Lewis character and what Cleo asked him?
Do you know anything about mermaids?
Turns out he decided to search up about mermaids and get some intel there. And then once they're done at the research center, they go back when they see Zane again.
What do you want, Zane?
My father didn't appreciate having the water police knock on his door.
But this is the clip that we find out that Cleo can now control water.
One of these days, with or without Lewis. something really bad might happen to you.
We also find out that Emma can freeze water, and for some reason Ricky just can't do anything. And that's pretty much the whole episode. Overall, I think it was a pretty good introduction to the show. I think it kind of introduced the characters all right. I think the Ricky part is the weirdest introduction because he just kind of jumps into the boat out of nowhere, with no proper explanation of who she is and why she did that. My favorite part of the episode was when Ricky and Emma were in the ocean and then they turned it in and then they fell over. The way that Emma's just it's just so funny. Oh no! Ah! I think my least favorite part of the episode was Zane. He's literally the most cookie cutter rich kid spoiled brat character that's in High School Musical, all of that. It's just the complete cliche. I'm tired of seeing it. It's always done in every 2010s or 2000s show. That was definitely a doozy of an episode 1, but let's move on to episode 2. The second episode begins with the 3 girls having issues with their mermaid powers. Emma is in the bathtub getting ready for school, and of course she's a mermaid. Cleo is trying to take care of her fish, but the water accidentally touches her, and Ricky's just swimming in the ocean? Doesn't Ricky have school? We just saw Cleo getting ready, and Emma, but Ricky just got all the time on her hands? Anyways, they say again that they can't tell anyone about their powers, and Cleo over here is having some issues figuring out what "we can't tell anyone" means.
You can't tell anyone. Not even Mum?
No.
No parents. But I tell Mum everything.
Well, not this time.
It's too dangerous. People just won't understand. Fine. I won't tell anyone. Except Lewis.
Oh my god, Cleo. What part of "we can't tell anyone" do you not understand? After all that, they go to school. Then 2 popular girls who I completely forgot the names of are passing out flyers for a guy's party.
Very own surfing god, the beautiful Byron, for winning his special prize.
What prize?
Whatever it is they give out for surfing. Now don't forget, girls, bring your best bikinis. It's a pool party.
The next clip here has something very wrong with it, and I'm going to see if you can figure out what it is.
It's so...
Did you catch that? They jumped straight from beginning of school right to the end of school. One thing that you don't do in a show is skip from the beginning of class to the end. Either they're skipping class or this is just a major continuity issue. I get that it's cutting out boring stuff because nothing really happens at school, but come on, really? Literally the last 2 scenes where they were getting ready, and now this scene they're just walking back home from school. Cleo really wants to go, but Ricky states that they'll inevitably turn into mermaids because it's a pool party, and even if they don't go in, one cannonball from someone and it's game over.
I know it's dangerous, but maybe if I told Lewis about us, he could look out for us?
No. You did the right thing, Cleo. None of us are going.
Anyways, after school, Emma and Ricky tried to control their ability to turn into mermaids, but it doesn't work.
No tail, no tail, no tail.
They go back to Emma's house, and Cleo and Emma are arguing about how their lives are ruined, and they can't do the things they want to do anymore, while Cleo takes a drop of water in the air and eats it, and Emma makes a popsicle stick that looks awfully like plastic right then and there. Ricky is so powerless, what a loser. Then they talk with Lewis, and they see Zane again, and he's playing billiards. They have a small little debacle, but then Byron, the guy that's hosting the party, who's also there, breaks it up. Lewis then goes to talk with Ricky, and in this scene, we find out that she actually isn't powerless. Turns out she can boil water, but at that moment, it seems to be only activated by strong emotions, but then in the next scene, it can be controlled normally? Make up your mind, boiling powers. Ricky then shows Emma her newly found powers. Then Lewis comes back to fish.
Hey, you guys! Are you naked again?
We're having a bit of a girl talk, Lewis. Yeah, shouldn't you be following Cleo around?
No way. I'm totally over that, trust me. I don't know what's going on with Cleo lately. She just can't make up her mind. You see what I mean? It's Cleo. She's going to the party again.
Looks like the boiling powers isn't the only thing that needs their mind made up.
Make sure Cleo doesn't go to the party on her own. Call her back.
No, I'm here to fish.
Lewis, this is important. She could be in trouble.
And it looks like Lewis didn't do the best job persuading Cleo not to go, because the next scene we see her at the party claiming to have a cold.
It's just I've got this terrible cold, so I won't be swimming. At all. So where's Byron?
I'm sure he'll be here any minute. You're really keeping that on?
Oh yeah. You can't be too careful with a cold.
The best part about this scene is that the mic literally peaks when she sneezes. Like, couldn't they have not made it quieter in post? Like, it was so loud that it even gets quieter when she sneezes, because that's how bad the microphone was abused. She goes back out where the party is, but Zane is there, and he wants revenge for when he got soaked twice in the last episode.
No. Get back.
Don't be like that, Cleo. You had a good laugh when I got soaked last week. Now it's your turn.
I have a cold. I can't go in the water.
Come on. Swim time. You're going in.
Ew, that's such a weird shot. What the heck? Time for a swim, Cleo. They throw her in just after Lewis gets there. Soon enough, the mermaid powers come back, and that we can't tell anyone thing apparently means nothing to Cleo because she does this.
Sorry about this.
Lewis, there's something you should know.
No, you don't have to say anything.
No, I really do. You know how I've been acting strange? Don't freak out, but...
So yeah, now Lewis knows, and conveniently, everyone is now inside, and he can help her up without anyone seeing. It is around this time that Emma and Ricky get to the party. Emma goes and freezes the door to the backyard while everyone is out. So was that supposed to like help them in any sort of capacity? Like all it did was freeze the handle. It didn't do anything else. Lewis then finds out that Emma and Ricky have the same ability that Cleo does. So now Lewis is the only outsider that knows.
If we get wet, we'll grow tails too. Is that what you want?
Both of you?
Ricky then shows her powers to Cleo by drying her off, giving her the ability to go back to normal. They run off, but not before Ricky evaporates the pool.
Never like pool parties anyway.
They then come across Byron, the guy that the party was for, and they find out that he's not at the party because he just didn't want to attend.
Parties aren't really my thing. See you guys.
And they talk for a bit. We find out Emma quit the swim team, which is kind of unfortunate, and that's the end of the episode. Alright, so we're at the end of episode 2. This has been a very painful 2 episodes to go through. I think my favorite part will have to be the close-up shot of Zane, where he's like... one side of me is thinking that it's hilarious, but the other side is disgusted and wondering why they made that shot in the first place.
Swim time. You're going in.
Clear. My least favorite part is the continuity. Like, for starters, one scene, they're at the beginning, they're before school, and then the next scene, they're just walking home from school. It's so confusing, and I don't get it. Also, the fact that Ricky's powers aren't discovered until her strong emotions cause them to appear, but then from there, she can just do them whenever they want. So, like, why didn't she have the ability to do it earlier, like when the last episode, when Emma frees them? So anyways, alright, second episode is for H20, just add water at least. So yeah, this has been super fun. I'm glad I was able to do a commentary video, and I'm definitely going to be doing it in the future because this has been really fun. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!